number one, we would have clear participation from our co-investors, in this case, which was Etihad, to be able to put a unconditional, when I say unconditional, meaning obviously there will always be some conditions, but relatively unconditional bid on the table, which would allow us to bring the capital. So from our perspective, let's say hypothetically, it was possible to acquire 100% of Jet. We could have, by now, we would be sitting here with the airline up and running, right? Because capital is not the issue for us. We have a very strong platform of world-class investors, sovereign wealth funds, and for some reason it seems to be going off. At the end of the day, what is owed to every lender is actually your money, because you're all the, I mean, at the end of the day, it's retail depositors whose money that banks lend out to corporates. Banks don't print money, right? So they have a fiduciary duty towards depositors, and we completely recognize that. So we will put a structure in place which will not only make sure that they make more than what they've actually taken as a risk with this airline, but their investment in this is protected.
So what is the formula?
And obviously, if that expires 16th of July, this NCLT is as good as dead in the water. So that we've requested for it to be extended as in parallel to the NCLT process. The long hauls, which is 7 777s and 4 A330s, and 16 ATRs. That gives us 69 aircrafts. Our business plan today budgets for 17, which is more than enough.
Can you explain what you mean by that when you say you have about 69 aircraft?
So the fleet size of Jet before it came down was 125 aircraft. We actually don't need that many. We only need about 70, about 60 for domestic and 10 for the long haul, which we've got 42 NGs and 16 ATRs gives you 58. Plus we've got the 11 long hauls, which is 7 777s and 4 A330s, which is more than enough for this airline to run profitably and run well. Because don't forget that thanks to great work that Ashish and his team did in the engineering group, this was the only airline that flew 13.5 hours per aircraft. The average is...
Yeah, he's a shareholder in stock exchange, जिन्होंने खरीदा हुआ है उनके लिए.
Sure. I mean, there is obviously, once this airline turns around and there is a rights issue again, they will make money. There is no question why this airline cannot reach the heights of valuation that it did before.
Thank you. Thank you.